Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of season 2 of the Rings of Power. This is the penultimate episode of the season. War is at the gates of Eregion. That is where we left off, and it seems to be where we're going to be picking up. So, that said, let's get ready to jump into this. If you want to see the full length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here on the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel and help us do the things that we do over here. But at the end of the day, real appreciative and just reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to jump into episode 7, Doomed to Die. Here we go.
Cannot forge more rings without Mithril.
I have been to Khazad-dûm. 1/9 portion. It should be enough.
So one thing that I discussed a little bit with a couple people in the comments, because it came up there as well. I thought when he was slicing his hand, it was to, conjure the illusion that he projected for Celebrimbor. Likely, that is what the Mithril actually was. Celebrimbor saw Mithril, but it was actually maybe like a vial of his blood or something like that. So he's being tricked into firsthand putting his blood into these new rings. So I thought that was a nice little detail that I didn't really contemplate in the moment. Speak of the devil, that's right, exactly where we're starting off. Damn, they're already done. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Mouse.
Okay.
Have you fallen?
Oh. Maybe he's still under this illusion of sorts, and he's getting these little breaches.
You know how forgetful you can be.
No, this is different.
So there were some gemstones missing from Feanor's hammer, and it was Sauron that delivered the hammer to him at the end of the last episode.
What is another few days to affect something that shall last forever?
Well, about that. We have a timetable at the moment. God damn. What a just stark contrast. So was I reading that right? I couldn't quite tell when I was looking at it. I have to go back and look, but it seemed like the implication was that he was about to say that there's a gem missing from the hammer. Was that correct?
Lord Celebrimbor refuses to permit a counterattack. He says the river will protect us.
Wow, what an ass.
This is why we are not going to obey him. Gather your finest troops. I am taking command of our defenses.
God bless you, my lord.
What is it?
Wow.
What are you telling them?
Celebrimbor's mind is gone. We are alone.
Wow, dude, this isolation of him from his own people, this sowing of distrust and animosity, and just to transition power to him, as well as to keep him isolated and working.
What is it?
The siege engines. They've gone silent.
Are they trying to take out the bridge now instead? Oh no.
Prepare for ground assault.
Ground assault from across the river.
There's about to not be a river if they blast that mountain into it.
They're damming the river.
Wow. So I'm hoping maybe he can sneak in and get Galadriel out. What is up with this mouse? What was that?
Eregion is under siege.
The installation of the door.
I need the mine. Take him back.
Your son is still down there, and so is Princess.
Every hour that we delay costs us unthinkable wealth. We must.
Oh, even he's starting to be like, this isn't right. And he glanced at the ring.
Slow to learn, are you?
Easy, lads. Just turn around.
Oh, wow. Come on, come to your senses. Oh, thank God. Last thing we need right now is a civil war here, too.
That ring has taken the king's heart. I will not let it take this mountain.
We have to get it off him.
Ours is not the only kingdom in peril. There's an elf outside wants your ear.
Let him in.
We'll have to do it quietly. This particular elf has been banished from all dwarven lands.
Aww. Elrond.
Elrond,
My heart sings to see you, old friend.
you've got some sand coming here.
Have you any idea what I've gone through since you left?
Can hardly be more eventful than what's transpired with me.
I mean, let's not compare.
I'm about to overthrow my father. What have you got?
Defeat. Without your aid, thousands of lives are at hazard, Durin. Celebrimbor is among them. I know I asked too much of you, Durin, but I need your axe, old friend.
Damn. All right. Here it comes. Oh, is that a ballista? I think so. I couldn't quite make it out.
Captain, they have a ravager.
A ravager.
The rings. Are they finished?
Wait for it.
Wait for what?
Is it on a loop?
Captivating.
It is a pattern. Do you not see? A cycle.
Yeah.
Repeating itself at intervals throughout the day. And there is more.
Uh-oh.
Here. The embers.
Celebrimbor, whatever so inspired this epiphany, I assure you we have not the time for it.
On the contrary, we would appear to have all the time that we need. The candles.
Oh, that's what he was
Burn an
testing.
inch all day.
You sought peace. I gave it to you.
Wow.
What have you done to me?
Done to you? You welcomed my instruction. You practically begged for it. Now, a mouse scurries by and you fly to pieces. Listen to yourself.
No, what have you done to me? No emissary of the Valar would do this.
You're right.
Who are you?
I am the one keeping the storm at bay, balancing the very sun above your head, all to give you this one chance to prove your worth. Now, I want the 9! No!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Now he can hear everything. Well, I can see everything, too. Wow, dude. Oh, now he's seeing his workshop for what it is as well. Oh, my lord. What was the plan if he was just kind of strutting around and one of these blocks just landed right on him? Yep, it was his blood.
What is this?
True creation requires sacrifice. You are he.
Oh, he finally put it together.
I have many names.
I mean, I guess the rings are as done as they're gonna be now. Oh! Holy shit.
We have been deceived. All of us. He planned all of this to force me to forge the rings. He put me in some kind of a prison. He must have been distracted by the siege, so he forgot the ruby and the mouse. You must believe me.
Oh, he's just gonna come off sounding crazed in that description. And it's just the counter to everything she's already seen. Oh.
We have to brace the foundations! Quickly now!
Season, he is Sauron. He has been lying to you all along.
No.
They're gonna turn on
He has been
him.
protecting us.
While you've been in your tower giving orders that might have been the end of us all.
By his design!
He is Sauron! If you do not believe me, cut him open. Look at his hand. Look at his blood. Black as pitch.
You motherfucker! God damn it, man!
Come, my lord. Let's get you back where you belong.
Get your hands off me! No!
Wow! I knew she wasn't gonna have a good fate the way things were planning out anyway, but that was so fucked up.
Finish the 9, and I will spare your city.
What will you do with them?
Create a perfect and lasting peace.
Let's go. Reinforcements have arrived. Man, that sucks. Feels so bad for her, dude. Oh, he came as well. I don't see dwarves though. Galadriel. Don't let that stop you. Keep going. Oh, we're gonna sit down and have a chat? Apparently. Okay.
The ring you carry, show it to me.
Foolish act if I had brought it here.
Sauron is my enemy as much as yours. Give me what I need to defeat him, and let us all be rid of him.
Is it not you that has done his bidding by laying siege to Eregion?
Eregion has fallen into shadow. It belongs to the Deceiver now, as does every elf within its walls.
Not Lord Celebrimbor.
It was Celebrimbor himself who welcomed Sauron in. You cannot save him. You can save Galadriel. It is an earnest offer. I suggest you take it. You must know you cannot defeat me in battle. I will outmaneuver you. My forces outfight yours, and you will fall.
Not before you have painted the sands of the Glanduin black with the blood of your kin.
My children have endured cruelties your bravest couldn't bear to hear spoken aloud.
Are you prepared to spend their lives so freely? Adar. Are they?
Ooh.
The ring for Galadriel's life. What is it to be?
Ask me on the field. When the neck with a blade against it is yours.
He will not concede. But
with her head on a pike,
showing up with just the elven army right now, concealing his hand if Durin and the dwarves do arrive, that'll be a good little card to keep concealed. And this is playing out, or will play out, as she foresaw. He's going to continue fighting. He'll probably breach the city. And yeah, we'll see. Oh. Okay. Maybe that was all to slip her something, because I saw their hands touch there. His, thingamabob, so she can break out of her cufflinks.
Why the confidence?
Let's go!
Right to them now.
It just worries me, like, if he held off on overthrowing his father during this time and chose to go back them here. Just what will they return to? That's a little bit of a fear that I have at the moment. Unless he's going to do that before riding out.
Warriors of Khazad-dûm, at this moment, the great tale of our age is being written, and it falls to us to decide whether it'll end in tragedy or triumph. Sauron the Stoneheart, who stole the 7 smithing secrets from our forebears, has returned, forging rings to enslave us and all of Middle-earth. The elves cannot defeat him, not without us. And Sauron knows this. He thinks by stoking our greed, he can turn our hearts to ash and sweep us from the field without a fight.
See, what is he about to do?
Fight with me so all the world can see that dwarven loyalty is a force stronger than any sorcery!
I'm so worried he's gonna get an axe to the back.
Will you fight with our friends? Will you fight for Khazad-dûm?
Okay. Oh no. Wow. Thank God, okay. The longer we lingered in there, oh Jesus, that horse just did a jump kick. Yeah, it was like the longer we linger here, the more I am just on edge, because I really do not want anything to happen to Durin. I do just wonder though, like what was his father, trotting off to do with that axe? Because it surely isn't to go help them. Oh. Well, there goes the helmet.
Quando?
Oh! Wow. Nice one. Aww. We don't have to linger on this, do we? Oh, it's like a reverse ballista to pull out these foundations.
The wall is stronger than we thought. We may not breach it before morning. The elf is faring better than you expected. Many Uruk are dying. What are your orders, Lord Father? Shall we sound the retreat?
No, Sauron must not escape. Bring down that wall at any cost.
Addai!
Elrond sowed enough seeds of doubt in their minds. Yeah.
With all that is left of my heart, too much to let you become Sauron's slaves.
I mean, that is the outcome. If they don't stop him, that is what will happen.
Torbat!
No one would find this suspicious at all? I guess there's a couple of others scuttling around in full robes. He genuinely does care deeply. Like, it's not a show at all. Uh-oh.
Look at that pretty hair.
Oh! Adar? Or, sorry, Arondir? Maybe? I would hope? Yeah! Let's go!
Come, I know a hidden way into the city. We must find Sauron.
I'm here for him.
Try to move against him now. The cost will be your life.
He can have it.
He has taken everything else from me.
There is a dearth of elven heroes this night. It would be a pity to lose another. And the true fight with Adar will come later.
Yeah, he's kind of small potatoes compared to what's actually cooking up inside the city. Oh, dude. Yo.
The army has assembled at the west gate, Prince Durin. Good.
Again, I'm so concerned about his dad.
Prince Durin! Wait!
Oh!
Your father. He turned his axe on my men. He cut through them like stalks of wheat. He's gonna dig. He's gonna loose that beast. Disa. I don't know. She sent me to find you.
Oh, wow. He's just turned into a full-on axe murderer. He just went turning his axe on his own miners. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Because this can all hinge on whether or not he arrives. Also, his wife, her life's at risk at the moment because his father is just going around swinging an axe into anybody standing between him and the mountain.
You must know it pains me, treating you like...
Like you've treated countless others.
Like Morgoth treated me. Do you know what it is to be tortured at the hands of a god?
I cannot imagine.
I see the end. I have seen it from the moment I awoke. But his end, it was different from mine. For what he wished to destroy, I wished to perfect. Sometimes, pain almost became a reward, became a game, a contest, to see whose will was the mightier.
But after all that, you would still choose to inflict the same pain upon me.
No, you chose it, not I. All depends on the rings. And since you forced me to torment you to bring them into being, I am but a victim of your obstinance.
I mean, that's a perspective.
The true author of your own torment.
You truly are the great deceiver. You can deceive even yourself.
Finish them.
Oh. Jeez, man. Can't destroy them now. It's too late. He's gonna try to make off with them. Gonna have to saw off your hand. I mean, okay, you can do that too.
Whose will is the mightier?
Aww. Hey, man, you gotta give him points for trying. Fucking A.
All really has gone bad. You are to remain in the tower, so as not to be a danger to yourself.
Oh no.
Lord of Eregion.
Anatar, Lord of Eregion. Wow. They're just gonna shove him right back in his box. Oh, thank God.
Release him.
But the Lord of Eregion ordered.
This is the Lord of Eregion.
I would have been like, not Sauron. Like, let these fuckers know who they are working for.
It's me.
For a moment I was certain that you were but another illusion. Another cruelty devised to torment me with false hope.
More rings.
9 to enslave the world of men. As he enslaved me. From the beginning, a part of me knew. A part of me saw, but I wanted what he offered. I blinded myself to what he was.
So did I.
That's how he works, man. That's how his magic is so effective. It preys upon your actual wants and desires.
Take the rings. Save anyone in the city you can. Hurry.
I won't let you face him alone.
I built this city. See ya.
On rock and roll.
And he will not be alone.
Oh, now you're right there? You better have been eavesdropping your asses off.
I'm sorry I wasn't stronger.
Neither of us was strong enough. There might not be anyone in Middle-earth who is.
Not yet.
Perhaps the elves need only remember that it is not strength that overcomes darkness, but light. Armies may rise, hearts may fail, yet still light endures. For in its presence, all darkness must flee. Namari.
But she's got the rings in hand now. So now the question that I've got, assuming, who knows, we're still in the city, something could change before she leaves. How do they end up in the hands of man? Jesus, that volley.
Our enemy will not breach that wall. A single arrow from you may yet turn the tide. How many torch arrows do you have left?
Enough to do my part.
Hado heed!
Oh. Oh my God. Oh. That's badass. Hopefully she can get the shot off before another arrow hits her. Fire! Okay, whew. Nice! Only you brought Ninya with you. You can pull those arrows out and give her a good old, like, force heat. Whoa. I mean, they might stave this off without even needing.
Send him in.
Oh no, wait.
He will kill our own kind.
The troll?
Send him in.
Hey! Chose to defend the city.
The orcs. They're fleeing.
They're moving out of the way.
You shall not find them here.
And you are going to bring them to me and place them in my hand.
Your hand will never touch another ring again.
That's not true.
By order of the true Lord of Eregion, you, Sauron, are hereby...
You think it was only you who put yourself in my power?
Oh. Wow.
You will give me the 9.
Oh my God, he's just he's just slapping orcs around and biting their heads off for no reason. Like they did say, he would kill their own, because he is just a... Oh my God. Wow. Losing that trust. And you can see the pain in his eyes, man. He's a good actor there. Like, he knows that he's losing their love, but the cost is worth it so that whoever does live at least gets to live free in his eyes. And it's a sacrifice worth making because he loves them so much more. Jesus, man. All right. Nice. Ooh, got a good hit on him with that Ravager snapping back like that. Well, shit. Oh my god. But that arrow he just spit, did it land? I'm thinking so, based on that. Are we not gonna pass back to... Okay, never mind. I guess he just was spitting it out. Made it seem like he was using his mouth to shoot the arrow. Thought it was gonna be a trade. He's not gonna go. There's descent. Not much, though. Alright. Are they going to arrive, or... I don't think so.
The dwarves! The dwarves are coming! Look to the north!
Oh my... Nope. They didn't come.
Durin recalled their army. Durin will come.
Damn. They are so outnumbered, it's ridiculous.
Durin will come.
Wow. Wow. We might still be able to survive that. The walls are breached. Yeah. It's not looking great. Jesus. Oh, he did bring it with him. Damn. Okay. Shit. What the hell is this? Okay, we got a new best episode of the season so far, man. Sauron's deception has withered. His illusion has fallen over the eyes of those he has deceived. But lo and behold, it has been far too late for too long anyway. Well, I mean, to be fair, Celebrimbor was able to orchestrate at least the fleeing of the rings as he's handed them off to Galadriel, who made it in. So they were finished but they are not in Sauron's hands, at least. So there is that consolation. However, the city is falling. Like, before we got to that point where he was able to see through the illusion, though, when he did start to see these little cracks and put the pieces together by observing, I mean, being locked in there, you would have to kind of take note of certain things like that. The mouse, just doing the same repeat animations over and over again on a cycle, on a loop, seeing these little glimpses, little falters in the reflections, in the mirrors. He started to put together that something wasn't right. Could be chalked up to paranoia as they tried to spin it, but yeah, no, he was seeing things for what they were. And as he admitted, he's like, hey, I've just been lying to myself the entire time. Part of me knew. But what he offered was something I wanted so badly that I was willfully, whether consciously or subconsciously, ignoring the facts of the matter. But like when he went out there, the way he had systematically turned the city against him. So when he went out there talking about how Annatar is this deceiver, is Sauron, it just made him look crazy. He had seeded all of this information to everybody out there as the sole mouth of Celebrimbor and his communications with the outside world, talking about how he's too busy on the rings. He doesn't want to come out. He's losing his mind. I can't get him to come out of his tower. And then the way that Annatar was stepping into his role in every way. So like, everybody was seeing him as this figure who was standing up while Celebrimbor was retreating away and ignoring their plight. And, well, shit, that worked in his favor. And then the whole situation with Myrddania on the edge of the walls when he was trying to plead his case, and he just did that little boop and made Celebrimbor just yeet her off the edge to her death. And a brutal one it was. And then the realization, the turn, every little piece of the facade crumbling away, and the way that there was just nothing he could do. But then this little back and forth that they kind of had, it was a little bit of a motivator as well, because we got this insight into Sauron, which lines up, talking about his relationship with Morgoth and how he was tortured under him, and he just kind of went along for the ride, and he was born into this world knowing his end, knowing the way things were going to go. Morgoth wanted chaos and ruin while he wanted order at the end of the day. When you have free will, there's almost never that guarantee of order. He's forcing a will upon them. At the end of the day, though, that is literally enslaving the world. So what is peace if it's forced upon thee versus peace that is earned? Like that, I think that's the thing. Like, it may take us a millennia or longer to even achieve it, or maybe we never will. But is any other kind of shortcut to it worth it in exchange for our free will, our freedoms, all those things? That's the conversation at hand. Meanwhile, again, the corruption spreads. The ring on the king back in Khazad-dûm has turned him quite literally on his own people. He is axing his miners down that refuse to keep digging, because everybody now is seeing his greed for what it is. And, Durin had riled up everybody, got the troops ready to go to back up Elrond here and be this kind of, they try to pull that whole like Gandalf coming down over the hill at sunrise, coming in to save the day, but then not, because this took priority to protect his wife, to protect his people, and to prevent him from unleashing prematurely this beast that they have discovered in their depths. He made the call to forsake Elrond and the elves and Eregion to defend his own. And I wonder how that's going to strain relationships here, for those that do survive all of this. I was worrying during that entire speech that his father was just going to, while we were distracted and not looking, come up behind him and just in the middle of the speech, just axe Durin down. He was just going straight for the gems themselves. He went straight to the mines. He's like, hey, I'm going to make you mine. If you don't, I'm going to cut through you. And we know Disa is down there as well, so Durin had to make a choice too to go and protect his wife, or at least see, because nobody even knows where she is. But that's where she last was, and that's where his father was going. So he made a really hard call to make. I mean, Elrond put up a damn good fight. Gil-Galad, him, Arondir, especially after that little maneuver at their little, what do you want to call it? their little summit they had for a second before the actual battle started, where he went to meet with Adar and had that little like kiss with Galadriel, which threw me off, man. I was like, what the fuck? This feels out of nowhere. Well, I mean, they've had strong feelings for one another, but I never really got this kind of vibe. But, you know, I think it was merely a cover, because I mean, it's not like Adar knows them. So it was a good cover to hand her that trinket in order to free herself. But he says he didn't bring the ring. He's not stupid enough to do that, but then he brought it anyway. And I thought in the wake of all this and the desperation of all this, he was going to wield it. Because we saw the archer that he was coming around with just get littered with arrows. I mean, he could have healed her. He could have brought it, like we saw it, you know, when Galadriel used it on one of their other soldiers on their way here. You know, he could have pulled the arrows out and just healed her right up. Arondir took a stab in this as well, because he was just like, he tunnel visioned on Adar and went straight for him, and well, Adar got the best of him in this situation. And it makes you wonder, like, what if he didn't listen to Galadriel when he came and helped her escape the camp and had stayed behind to stealth kill him? Maybe he could have got a shot off on him from afar or something of the sort, or snuck in and stabbed him before all this broke out. But now the walls are down, the orcs are flooding in. This battle was insane. The production value in this season, I mean, season 1 was off the charts, but this season has been huge. And this battle was extensive. It was large scale. There was a lot of going on. There's CGI for sure, but there's so much practicality in it. And there's so much practicality in the show to begin with, like even like the whole transition, the behind the scenes of that in the last episode, the reveal was all done in camera. Oh my God. Like the people that discount the effort and the production value of the show, like I feel like they are deceiving themselves just because they hate the mere existence of the show. Obviously the changes and stuff like that just ignores all of the fantastic work, or discounts all of the fantastic work that is actually in this show. Like I said, I had my problems with season 1, but this season has been substantially more cohesive, more consistent. Just the whole way through has been a damn good ride. It's just a lot of fun. It just makes me sad too, because this part of the plot is probably one of the more interesting ones in my mind, like the stuff with the rings, the creation, the deception, Sauron and Anatar and Celebrimbor and all of this here. And it's just like, I'm just going to be sad to see it. Well, I mean, we're seeing it end. I'm sad to see it go. I hope they can keep this momentum going, because this section has been really fucking good. And coming in here at the end and having this massive battle, barely breaking away from it at times. You know, we take these logical reprieves here as, you know, both sides need to rest or recoup or collect themselves in one way or another, or cut over to what somebody else is doing. For the vast majority of this episode, it is this siege. It's just all really, really well done. The acting is top-notch in this season as well. Every scene with Celebrimbor and Sauron is just electric. I love that back and forth. You know, the actor that plays Durin is always killing it in every scene he is in. One thing I will note, there's been a substantial reduction in our Harfoot time. And I don't know if that is because, like, you know, feedback-wise, I don't know if that's part of it, or if it is just simply because this story is about this. That stuff is, like, still the long game. Like, as we've seen, as we know, that seems to be the thing they're piecemealing, they're breadcrumbing. And I think because of their 5-season plan or whatever it is, that's something that's like the long con. It's not the focus. But I do feel like as far as screen time goes, general screen time, it has definitely been significantly reduced this season compared to last. And like I've said before, that was the least interesting story last season for me as well. But I am curious about where it's going to go, like with the inclusion of Tom Bombadil and him finding his staff and, you know, fulfilling these visions and figuring out what to do with that, how to control his power and what to do there. Like, I'm curious about all of the stuff going on with them and that storyline with the stranger and all of that, but like, it's not the thing I'm the most concerned about, because this is all the stuff that I love to watch. We'll probably get some more of them in the next episode, considering we're closing out the season. We have some lingering threads there to kind of draw attention to. We'll probably get another piece of the puzzle, another clue, or maybe even just finally some progress. Maybe he'll get his staff by the end of the season. I think probably in the next episode before we do that, he'll either have his name or his staff, or maybe even both. I don't think we'll confront the Dark Wizard face to face just yet. I think that'll be something we linger on into the next season or subsequent ones. But I think we'll have to deal with the fallout of this, because the battle's not over. We still have not concluded this siege. This has really just begun. We still haven't seen the vision that Galadriel saw with Elrond and Sauron and them battling in the square. I'm curious to see how we're going to bring this all to a close. Next week, we got the finale, as well as 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 all dropping on the same day, which, God, I cannot wait for that show to come back. I'm excited. This season has been fantastic. But that said, guys, what did you think of this episode? How did you feel about how all of this has transpired, and what do you think is going to happen next week in the finale? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or for a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, York, Scott, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake and Charles, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Sam Oyer. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.